Welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse related video. So as you all know, I am very excited for this movie and I cannot wait to see another trailer of it, but one thing that I've been thinking about for the movie recently is who the main antagonist or antagonists of the movie are going to be. Now, even though we did see a quick shot of Prowler in the trailer, I definitely think it's safe to say that he is not going to be the main antagonist of the movie, but rather a minor antagonist that might show up in the beginning of the movie to showcase Miles Morales' spider powers. Also, if we take the movie's cast list into consideration, we can tell that this Prowler may be Miles Morales' uncle, Aaron Davis, instead of the standard Prowler of Hobie Brown. And speaking of the cast list, it also shows off who Liev Schreiber is going to be playing in the movie, and that is apparently Moreland from the Inheritors. Now, just keep in mind that this cast list is not 100% confirmed, however, every single name that is on there so far is actually going to be voicing their own respective characters. And that's why I wanted to do this video today, discussing if the Inheritors should actually be the main antagonist of the movie. Now, I personally have read the whole Spider-Verse series of comics, and I actually do not like the Inheritors that much as characters. I personally find the Inheritors to be very one-dimensional characters, and I also think it would be a bad move if Marvel decided to make their very first animated Spider-Man movie to actually have the Inheritors as the main antagonist, because not a lot of people know about who they are. I would much rather prefer a character like Mysterio or the multiverse version of the Sinister Six to appear in the movie to fight all these different Spider-Men, but I do understand why I think they would choose the Inheritors as the main antagonist. And for those of you who don't necessarily know who the Inheritors are, I'm going to be reading their entire backstory from the Spider-Verse saga of comics on Marvel's Wiki page, so if you haven't read that whole saga of comics yet, please just know that there are spoiler warnings ahead. So to start off, the Inheritors are a clan of totemic hunters who fed on the life force of totems, beings that connect the animal and human kingdoms, originally from Earth-001. They have battled and fed on both totem avatars as well as totemic gods. At one point, they sought to defeat the spider deity, the Master Weaver. The clan monster and her offspring, Bora, Verna, Brix, Deimos, Morlun, Genix, and Karn attacked him at his home. But when Karn got a chance to strike, the Weaver revealed Karn had no pleasure with death and wished he could create and not destroy. Karn hesitated and his mother attacked the Weaver and was killed. While Karn was in shock, his father Solus arrived and subjugated the Master Weaver with his siblings. Karn was confined to wear a mask to hide his shame and became an outcast. Seeing that the Weaver's power could be used, they used chains designed by Genix to control the Master Weaver's power in order to travel between dimensions and hunt all spider totems in the multiverse. When the Inheritors managed to gather 3 spider totems needed to perform a ritual, that being the Other, the Scion, and the Bride, the spider army formed to oppose the Inheritors and traveled to their base, Loomworld, to stop them. In the end, the spider army managed to overpower the Inheritors and stop the ritual, which would have ended them all. The Inheritors were left in Earth-3145, a universe with a radioactive Earth where they would die due to them being extremely vulnerable to radiation and couldn't escape because the Master Weaver they had enslaved and used to travel across the multiverse had been killed. However, Spider-Man gave them the knowledge of a shelter in Sims Tower where they could survive but not pose a threat anymore. So even though this is the storyline from the comics, I would think if they were to try and implement this type of story into the Spider-Verse, I think it would be a really bad idea. Granted, I do think it would be interesting to see different incarnations of Spider-Man go up against characters like Morlun, Karn, and Solus, but I just don't think that they really fit this type of movie. And like I said in the video earlier, I do think it would be strange for Sony to try and implement these characters into a very big budget animated Spider-Man movie that we've never seen before, and I do think it would be better if they use characters like Mysterio or the Sinister Six across the multiverse for Spider-Man to fight. But given what the cast list says, it does appear that Liev Schreiber is going to be playing Moreland in this movie, and if that does mean that we are going to get all the Inheritors, I don't know if I'm excited for that or just really worried, but I'm just very intrigued to see where it goes. However, I would prefer a character like Mysterio or the Sinister Six instead. Anyways, guys, those are all my thoughts if the Inheritors should be in Into the Spider-Verse. Let me know what all your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Do you like the Inheritors, and are you excited if they do appear in the movie? Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.